I'm setting up my second feed. I got an overhead feed, and then and I have the vertical. So just kind of bear with me if you're just kind of coming in here for a second while I get my things together. You know. Okay, testing. All right, let me pause this real quick. Okay. Pause. Clap. All right. It's like, guys, like, shouldn't you do this before? Like, no. Man, this thing is always like, you know how many times I prep for these machines and then they still mess up right in the middle of a damn, right in the middle of a upload. I'm trying to like share screens and then a whole different layout. Like in the studio, you have like the studio scene, the preview scene, then you have the program, the scene that everyone sees, and then when you do the transition, and then it's all upside down. And it's like, dude, what? So I'm like, man, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna get going, and just deal with the pressure, man. Like deal with it, right? And this, if it works out, great. Not, I make an adjustment. That's what life's all about, right? Constant adjustments, man. Constant adjustments. Constant, never-ending improvements, and that's it. And just keep at it. You know, it's never quite perfect. You just keep making micro adjustments as you go, and that's it. And everything, bro. But you know what I figured out though. Let me know if I'm right about this. You know what I figured out? Okay, so let's say pressure. Pressure does things to people, right? Just like it does to metal, right? Diamonds, coal. But it reveals you. You know what I mean? Like it tells you the kind of person you are. Like whether you're a problem solver, whether you are a complainer, innovator. You know, it shows you. Oh shit! It shows you who you are, and it shows other people around who you are. You know, that's it. All right, we're gonna work on a Hoover today, guys, and here. Thanks for coming in. I'm not gonna be able to see much yet on the chat and all that stuff. And I was away for the weekend, man. I had to take my mom home, and so I didn't have any what do you call it? Any recording on Friday or Saturday. But I did record something on the way down. Oh man, I was venting on the way down. Some people saw it. Other people was like they just tuned out. Crazy things happened this weekend. This weekend has been a nut weekend. All right, this is out of the way. It's been a nutty weekend, boy. Nutty weekend. But it revealed a lot of things. I've been working on this theory. Okay? And this weekend helped reveal it. Tell you all about it. But let me let you hear this jam, man. This pledge. Oh my God. I hope they don't demonetize my what do you call it? The thing for it, because it's so cool. Damn. What is this guy's name? Who can see this? Let me see. I think the guys on the overhead can see this. Let me see if I can share it. Can I share the screen? Don't worry about it. Just look it up. It's Atlanta Falcons. America Rise Up, I guess, or it was at an Atlanta Falcons game or something. uh, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. You don't even have to like. There's some people who like. I don't know. They hate on the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff like that. You know, whatever. But that was cool. Okay, that was cool. I love that. Um, okay, let's see what we got cooking. All right, so now why is this Hoover not crank? What the hell's going on? Okay, and let's find out. Okay, this is a brand new Hoover Power Scrub, and it came in, and the idea is that it's not spraying or it's not. It's only spraying a little bit. This is what I suspect. Okay, I suspect that this is the way the Hoover is supposed to operate. That's what I'm suspecting. I have a sneaky suspicion, and I could be totally wrong, but I'm gonna prep this. I have a sneaky suspicion that the person that owned this, okay, they said they received it for a present, right? Christmas present, and I think they were expecting jet spray, like the way I don't have it in front of me here. The way the Bissell Pro Heat, old school Bissell Pro Heat, right? That used the electric pump, okay, or even the just the Pro Heat itself. You got the Bissell Pro Heat 2X, not the Revolution stuff. The Bissell Pro Heat 2X, okay, old school. Okay, the bladder is inside of the. You have a bladder, and then the dirty water fills around the sides, right? And it comes with an electric pump, and then it has two jets in the front. And then the old school Bissell Pro Heat, it runs off of a pump belt, okay? And that one also has jets, okay? So I'm thinking that they're used to that kind of shampooing system, and they're not used to the gravity system. And Bissell, for the most part, started moving towards the gravity. Now, Hoover's been there for a long time, okay? And the gravity means that the water is just being released and it's just running down. It's just coming down like a waterfall. It just comes down and then it just falls into the carpet, and then the brushes are doing all the work versus being forced out of the system. So let's try it out. Let's test it. Let's see if that's what the case is. And then we're going to explore why it's happening and all that good stuff. Okay? All right? All right. Is everyone in the class ready? Okay, let's see what we got cooking here. Let me give me 1 second, guys, because I'm gonna have to be able to see both feeds. I have the overhead, which I am right now. Yep, on this one, and then this one is just feeding everything directly. And want to make sure everyone is up to speed. All right, just kind of give me 1 second, and then we'll do it. We'll make it happen, man. Okay? Yeah, make it happen. Okay, so now here we go. We're exiting, and then we're gonna open the other one. Yeah, here we go. All right. Oh, hey, Alan, what's up? What model is that? Okay, great. What are you doing? All right. The Lax God. Their Lax God. Or the Relax God. The Relax God. Ah, that's cool. I like that. I think that's what it's saying. Now, this is the Pro Heat Power Scrub XL. Take a look. Gosh. So let's take it all apart and put it back together because it's not put together right. And the model number on this guy here is, golly, man, where's my, I took a picture of it. So I'm going to look, I'm going to use a camera. Um, if you find yourself doing that, just know that yes, it's happening. Okay. Even with glasses on. All right. FH 68030B. Now that's this guy right here. All right. We got a lot of water in it, so we can prove our point here. Let's see what we got. We're gonna release. Okay. Now this is a slightly different setup, so I'm curious as to how they're doing it. All right. Okay, let's get this off of here. All right, just for a second. All right, and now let's just hook everything back up again. All right. It's a little different. I'm actually excited to kind of get into this thing because the other ones that I'm used to, this would be kind of small and it's on this side. So I am pumped about checking this one out. This is the first time I'm working on this one. Okay. So I got to figure out how this one is all set up. Okay. All right. Now these are new. Whatever these little pressure things are, it's probably just to hold this in. Right. Could be. And then instead of, oh man, good move on their side. Instead of having the, what do you call it? The quick connect, the old one, the quick connect used to leak a lot. It used to just mess up. So now it looks like it's hooked up here. So I'm actually curious. I'm going to go inside this thing and see what's going on. But before I do that, I want to test the spraying deal and see what the problem is. Okay. So let me see. It's probably just to help lock this in then. That's because they used to have a latch. Okay. That little spring at the side, that's probably just to lock this guy in. Okay. All right. And what's this? Push for what? Hold on, man. Push for what? What's this push for? Oh, to release the brush. Oh, even better. Man, Hoover, you guys are doing something, huh? Let's see if it works. Push it in or push it this way. Push it in. Ooh, nice. Okay, nice. All right. It looks like they're still using the turbine assembly. All right. And I'm gonna show you what that is in a second. But that's a lot much better. We used to have to squeeze this and kind of wiggle it out to get it out. Now you just push it and pop it right out. Good job on that one. I give him props. If I had a rating system, I would already be rated. Hey, Brienne, what's up, girl? What is happening? Top of the morning to you, my friend. Glad to have you back safe and sound. Thank you, Brienne. I am happy to be back. All right, bring it to the front of the class. Hell yeah, man. Wish David was hanging with us today, but man, I'm patiently waiting for David to return. All right, so I'm examining this thing, Brienne. I want to see what the deal is. I've never had this one in the front of the class before. Okay, and all right, so this just pops in. All right, great. So we're trying to find out. The claim is that this one is not spraying, or the spray is too light, like something is wrong. And I think that's just the way it's supposed to be because that's how Hoover runs the system. Okay, so that's what I'm suspecting. All right. Now I don't want to wet up my carpet here, so I'm gonna get a cover. I'm gonna get a cover to put all the water in. All right. And let me see if everybody can see. Can you all see this? Yes, you can see it. All right. So let me turn it on. Actually, I don't even have to turn it on to be perfectly honest with you. But there's another feature that might play. Look at this. The old one didn't have this. So this has deep clean, quick clean, and that's it. So I guess you go to quick clean here and deep clean here. So I want to see the difference between deep quick clean and quick clean and see if that actually, if it makes a difference. Oh, I'm sorry, the guys on the other side can't see it. Okay, well, I'm talking about this little knob right here, folks, on the, who's at the overhead guys, all right? Okay, here we go. Let's turn it on. Okay, well, I guess the guy wasn't imagining things. I don't see any water coming out. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Yeah, you keep a spirit around. Thanks, Brienne. That's right. Keep David around, man. Yeah. David would be happy to know that we are still thinking about him while he's on vacation here. All right. So now, let's do it. Let me try again, okay? Let me try again. Let's see. Who knows? It could be like the. I don't think it's like that. You know what I don't see? All right, guys. I'm gonna tell you what I don't see. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I don't see already. Before I even start, if you have one of these, okay, and you want to check for spraying issues, the moment you squeeze this trigger, you're supposed to see water coming out of this tubing underneath the reservoir right here. So let me adjust this camera, okay? Let me see something. Let me do something here. For the guys who are on the overhead, I'm gonna make an adjustment real quick, okay? So you can see it a little clearer on one side, okay? All right, let's see if I can do that real quick. All right, there you go. All right, watch this. Okay, and I don't know how well everyone can see this, but this little section right here, there's a the water comes down this tubing, okay, and it goes down and it goes, right? The moment you press the trigger, you're supposed to see water coming out. And that's what I don't see. I don't see any water coming out of this thing here, this tubing, all right? Golly, let me see something, man. Okay, you can see it better. All right, these guys can see it now. All right, I don't see any water coming out of this at all. Actually, you know what? Let me see. Let me try something. I'm gonna remove the tube altogether. All right. Okay. So okay, this call is zero based, right? That's kind of my thinking about it. It's just a financial term. Zero based thinking, right? Where you go back to the balance, you go back to the, you want to balance your budget, you go back to zero, and then you start adding things to the budget, and then eventually you're going to see the things that you didn't add, stuff that's not important to your budget. Zero based budgeting, right? Okay, so this here, I use the same kind of thinking when it comes to fixing these things, where I tweak it a little bit, and I said, all right, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. What is this supposed to be doing, right? Supposed to be spraying. Okay, great. Where do I get the water from? I get the water from my tank. Well, okay, my tank has water. Yes. Okay, now what do I do next? Well, I have to. Does it require the machine to be turned on in order for it to spray? Maybe. I'll check. Does it now? Normally, Hoover don't. Okay. So right now, I'm going based on old premise. And then when I press the trigger, is the water supposed to come out? Yes. So when I press this trigger, the water's not coming out. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna test to see if it actually needs to be turned on for the water to come out. I just wanna see the water come out of this little thing right here. So let's turn it on. Okay. Well, all right. Now, I'm used to Hoover having two water lines coming down here. So the other one, now I see two lines here, honestly, but I don't see two lines here. So let's assume that they hit it somehow. So, okay, so I got to figure out what's going on. So give me a second, folks. Let me let me figure out what's going on. I want to open this up. I want to see what's in here, but really the problem starts here, in my opinion. So let me find out what's happening here first. All right. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna check is if I stick my finger up in here, is the water gonna come out like it's supposed to, right? So let's do this. Let's stick our finger up. Okay. Hey, we may have a problem. Give me a second. Maybe my finger's not going. Maybe my finger's not going up far enough, right? Hey, Brian, I hope you can excuse me for that one. Hey, Happy New Year. Delta Chen, 18. Happy New Year. Thanks, man. All right, wipe the slate. Exactly. Calvin. Hey, Calvin's in the house. Yo, dude, what's up, man? Long time. Happy New Year, okay? You put boiling water in mine. You know what? Don't put boiling water in yours. Everybody, do not put boiling water in your shampooer. Okay? It'll warp everything. But yes. Thanks for sharing that, lowered loser. Oh man, I love these names. I tell you. All right, let's see what's happening, man. This tank could be the problem. All right, let me stick it in here again. The tank could be the problem. Okay, no, it's coming out. All right. So you just have to push it all the way up. Okay. So let's assume the tank is okay, all right? All right, so we eliminate the tank as a problem. All right, good. We eliminate the tank as a problem. All right. The next thing, now this is how the reservoir works, guys. I've explained this before to some folks, but I'm gonna explain it again. Let's say this is the Hoover reservoir. This little pokey thing here is what this one is what it sits on in order for the water to come out. It sits the tank will sit on this thing right here. This is for one of the Hoovers. It's not for this one. I don't believe. And then what happens is the water would then travel through this corridor, and then try to make sure you can see it, and then the attachment water, the water for the attachment and hose, that goes down freely. It does nothing stops it. It just flows down. Okay. And then the other water is waiting to go down here until you press your trigger, and the trigger pushes a rod, and the rod pushes this, and then it releases the water. That's how this works. You got it? So for the attachment, the water should be just running down already. All right? Nothing should be holding it back. And for the carpet, it's waiting for you to squeeze the trigger. So I was assuming here that that the carpet is this. I'm assuming that this is for the carpet. This here, and when I press the trigger, I will see nothing happening. So what I'm going to do, I want to remove this handle, and I want to press it myself, and I want to see if maybe the handle is not pressing it. So that's I'm going to go to the handle. Okay. So I've never removed this particular handle before. This is brand new to me, right? And you know what? One more thing. I'm sorry before I do that. I know it seems like I'm going around in circles, but remember I told you there's a quick connect and a deep clean. Let's see if the deep clean has a different reaction to everything. Okay, so before we go any further, let's check the deep clean part. All right, let me put it back. All right, I'm going to turn the knob to deep clean. Okay, and let's try it again. Okay, nothing happened. All right, let me push this down a little more. Maybe it's just not sitting right. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, nothing happened. All right, back. There. Take this off. All right, everybody with me? Who's that? Maddie. What's up? The problem I'm having with my Hoover is I can't get the water to spray out the hose attachment, and it seemed like is drive the vacuum, really. All right, is it the same model? Is it the same? Is it the same? If it's the same as this, we'll try to get into that later, okay? All right, let's see. All right, let me know, okay? All right, so now my first thing is, let me take out the handle, man. Let me see if I can manually do this, all right? Let me see what I gotta do. What do I have to do here to take out this handle, folks? All right. Okay. All right, let me assume then that in order to take out this handle, I'm gonna have to remove this. All right, let's do that. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay, let's hey, look at that. Will you look at that? Will you look at that? Okay. All right. All right. All right, press the button in the back, and my handle should pop out. Boom, handle is out. All right. So now, why did this look stuck? Oh my God, this looked like it was stuck. All right, I'm gonna move this to the side, right? And I'm gonna attempt to press the trigger on my own, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the water tank back on it again. Now you could do this at your house also, okay, guys? So all I did is remove the handle. Now I see where the other tubing was going. See that? The other tubing is right here in the back, okay? So we're gonna see if water is gonna come down the both tubings. One of the tubings, the water should flow down the moment I put the tank on it. The second tubing is waiting for me to press the trigger, okay? And so let's do that. The handle could have been the problem too. Let's see. We don't know. But the water should be flowing down no matter what. One of these guys, the water should just flow no matter what. So keep that in mind. Something's wrong, all right? I'm gonna press down on my own now. Okay. All right. So you guys tell me. Okay. I want you to tell me this. We just test the tank. Water can come out the tank. Okay. The next thing after the tank is a reservoir, which is this little doohickey thing here, right? Okay. And we just press the reservoir manually. Okay. So we can then rule out the handle, because when you do this with the handle, this thing should move, and this is what's pressing that little knob. See that? So if this can move, that means your trigger's not busted. Okay? So if this is doing its job, and the water can come out, what's the problem? What's the problem? Micro switch? No, Rich, I don't know. No, there's no micro switch in this. Okay? Okay? There's no micro switch in this. There's no micro switch. At least I don't see the micro switch yet. If they have one at the bottom, you know what a micro switch is normally used for? Most of the time when it comes to shampoos, most of the time, is to trigger the brush so the brush can spin, okay? And if I put my tank on, if the brush can spin without me reclining it, because when you recline it, it trips the micro switch when you recline it. Hoovers, most of the time, except for the smartwash, don't use micro switches, okay? But let me do this. Let's put this on, and I want to test the theory, because your theory might be right? There may be some micro, but when it comes to spraying, honestly, the moment you press this trigger, it should just release the water, okay, for Hoovers. But a micro switch, if it was involved, then the brush shouldn't be able to spin with it in the upright position. All right, so let's turn it on and see if the brush will spin in the upright position. Honestly, I think what they did is something to do with the suction, but I am willing to check and see if they now have a micro switch on the Hoovers now. Okay, so thank you for bringing that up, and we'll look into it. Okay, but when it comes to this spraying issue, I don't see where micro switch would come into play. All right, let's go further, guys. Let's go further, guy. But man, thanks for sharing that. I am definitely appreciative of that. All right. All right, let's see. I want to go further because I want to see what's below this. I want to see what's below this to see what's stopping it. So whatever this is under here, this is what's happening with the water. Okay? Check one more time. Double check one more time. If you sit this on here, the water should come out. I'm gonna poke something in here. Okay? And the water comes out. So the tank is fine, I'm assuming, okay? So either this is not, long enough to do its job, okay? Or when it does release the water, the reservoir is not opening the dam for the water to come out. So one of those things is the problem. Let me do this. Let me pour some water in here. I don't know if it works this way cleanly, but let me pour some water in here and see if one of these guys, if the water's going to flow down naturally in one of these guys. Okay, something is up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The moment I poured the water in, okay, some water started flowing down the back. So I'm assuming the back, one of these guys is in charge of let me push down. See if it takes the water. Yep, it took the water. It took the water. The water came. The water moved. Watch this. Gosh, the guys up top can't see it, but the overhead guys can't see this, but I'm going to try to move the camera so you can see it. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see if I can. All right, so you're going to have to kind of zero in on this, all right? Hold on. I'm going to have you zero in on this. Watch. Okay, transition, right? Take a look. I'm going to pour the water in the reservoir because I was trying to see if the reservoir is actually working, okay? I'm going to pour the water in the reservoir. I'm going to press down with the trigger wood, and let's see if water flows down here, okay? Can you guys see it on the camera? I don't know if you guys can see it over here, but the overhead guy should be able to see it. Okay, you just saw water went down. The water that was up here, okay, one more time. I'm gonna press down for you guys now, and watch the water just disappears, and the water's going down. So, damn it, man. Could it be the tank? This is what I'm saying. In order for this to be the problem, this would have to be shorter than original. And I doubt that anyone cut this down. This is designed to trip that water. These reservoirs are designed, the moment the tank sits on it, it's pushing up to release the water, right? The reservoir is working because it allowed me to pour water in, and when I pressed the trigger, the water moved, right? right? The plunger isn't plunging enough, right? Um, but okay, you follow what I'm saying? See, nothing's coming out. Just a little drip came out. That's it. Like a little bit. Like, went, that was it. Nothing significant. If I had another tank, I can test it. If I had another tank, I can fully test it. Right now, I can't fully test. Yo, why does this feel like it's not on there all the way? I swear, there's a gap here that doesn't look like it's supposed to be here. There's a gap here. I swear this is supposed to be flush. It seemed like this was supposed to be flush, man. No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like I see some bubbles. You see the bubbles pop up, but I swear this is supposed to be flush. Interesting. Why isn't it flush? I mean, is it me or it's not? It's supposed to be flush. Like again, this is a new system for me. So, but it seemed like it's supposed to be flush, man, and it's not sitting. It's not sitting flush. Like it's too much of a gap between here. It could be the way they made the damn. It could honestly, it could be just be a manufacturer defect deal, man. Like I'm getting a little bit of air pockets. I mean, it look like, right? Now let me try pushing that again. It's trying. Come on. It's not a constant flow. Something is up. Yeah, man. How's this? It's either way, guys. Either way, it's the relationship between the reservoir and the tank, and either the tank is too, either this is too long, this section right here, and it's not allowing it to sit all the way down, or this. You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try something stupid, right? It's not stupid, but I'm gonna try something. If I can, I don't know if it's even. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try to put something on top of this to trip this water. I'm gonna trick it. Do I have something I can use? I'm gonna try to put almost like a glove. I'm. I need something. You know, like if I had. Hold on. I want to put something. Golly. I want to put something like this that's gonna stick up further. You got it? And I'm gonna see if I can trick this machine. Okay? But I have to. This is like just a cover. So this is. I need something that's hard. I'm gonna trick this machine. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna trick it. I'm gonna stuff this with some paper or something because I don't want it to go down all the way. I want it to protrude a little bit, and I'm gonna trick it. Let me see. I just need to get something I can stuff it with. Come on, baby. We're working here. We're coming up with like ridiculous deal, but because if he got this for Christmas, he may just have to kind of probably try to get this thing sent back or something. If this works, then I know this is the solution, all right? All right, here we go. Uh, I'm gonna cut a little piece of this thing off because it's gonna make it something hard in there, and it's gonna force it to stick up further. Okay, watch. So I'm gonna stick something in here. Come on. Shite. All right, hold on. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna work. I bet you. 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 No money though, but I'm a bet you. I lost the damn thing. I gotta find something else. I gotta find something because it seems like it's too thick. I need something a little bit thinner to stick in here, in this little tabby thing here. You know what? Let's see if it'll work by itself. Let's see if it works like that. All right. Let's see if it works just like this. All right. So now, this is higher up. Okay. All right. So now it's higher up. Okay. All right. Let's try. Now I'm gonna stick this down. Okay. Now push the trigger and see what happens. Damn, boy. Holy cow. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Listen. Listen. Listen, man. There is a thrill that you get when you solve a problem. Okay? Holy crap. Let's test it for real. Okay? The problem is still not solved though, because either the reservoir, they made it too small, or the tank is too long. So instead of it sitting flush like this, right? Instead of like this, right? It's like sitting like that. You got me? So something is somebody, one of these things are off. Either this is too long, or that's not tall enough to penetrate the male is not long enough for the female. You understand? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm trying to say without being too vulgar. But let me put this back. All right, let me put everything back. Right? Let me put the screws back in. I'm gonna test it. If I'm right, when I spray, the water should trickle down. Okay? All right. Hey, Brienne. That's not y'all enough. It needs some extra support. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Give me a second. Try to be positive, man. Look. It's not the size of the. It's not the size of the ocean. It's the motion of the ocean. You got it? It's the motion of the ocean, baby. But anyway, let's it's the motion of the ocean, man. Let's get this. Let's try it. Let's try it now. Okay? All right. Okay, now that everything's back together. Okay, let me change the view for the overhead folks, so they can see the spraying action happen. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, guys, let's do it. You ready? Let's do it. Okay. So what are we looking for? We're looking for right here to see if that water comes down. Okay? I'm gonna press the trigger. Let's see the water. Let's see if the water trickles out. Yeah, baby. That's what we're talking about now. Now I can get to explain what I meant by, now that we figured that out. Okay. Where's my applause, man? I don't get an applause or something? God, man. Where's my applause? Now that we figured that out, I wanted to get inside the machine, right? But this was really why the machine was brought in. It still didn't fix the problem because all I did was put a wedge. So I have to figure out the rest of this. I'm gonna make some suggestions to the customer, and we'll go from there. Do it clap though, right. Hey, Maduro, what you doing here, bro? I thought Nicholas Maduro. I thought you got arrested. Holy cow! All right. Yes, thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich. And she's leaking. Holy cow, Bree. Hey, that's up, girl. I love your sense of humor. All right, so at least it works. For those of you who came by and had some fun with us today, hit the like, please. If you want to do more with us later on, we do this every day. It's normally at like 10:30, but Mondays I have to come in early and get stuff done early. So Monday's the early show, but it's normally 10:30, 10:45, unless a customer had me held up here. So subscribe if you want to see more. But definitely hit like on the channel, man. You're helping me out with that. Okay, I appreciate that. All right, so I want to see what's inside this thing because it is a different setup. Okay, it is a different setup, and but I think they made a mistake here. I think this is an error in the manufacturing. Honestly, I don't know who did it. Okay, but somebody was sleeping on the job. Somebody was sleeping on the job. All right. So, but I'll make a recommendation for the guy, and I'll see what he wants to do with this. All right, let's see. Let's go further, man. Let's go see what the hell's going on. Let's see what other changes they made with this machine, because I'm curious now. This is the first time that this model has been in my shop, so I'm curious to see what it does. All right. This is probably my best feature. I think they've improved on this so far. I like this. Much easier to get into. And also they've made improvements here because this guy was notorious for leaking. I want to see what it looks like underneath. And then the vent is a lot bigger. Okay, so this is cool. All right. And I also want to know why it wasn't when the machine is in upright position. Oh, I think I know why. The lever. There should be a lever in here. We'll see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if the lever works. All right. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's open this up. All right. Let's do it. Let's open this up. You've triggered my curiosity. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Now, if you have a question about your Hoover or any other vacuum, I'll try to help you, but you got to be as specific as possible because then I'll be doing a whole lot of guessing work to try to guess what you're saying and what you mean. And if you have the model numbers for them, just tell me, hey, man, I got the vacuum, the model number, and we'll try to look it up. And maybe I can walk you through something. I've walked many people through stuff before. This one, you need a long screw for this side here. Okay, it's all the way down here. Okay, the other one is here. Come on, baby. On you, bro. Maduro. What's up, Maduro? Maduro was like, I'm right here. Come get me. Why do people be talking so big, man? It's like, oh, man. Honestly, I would be like, hey, bro, there's nothing to see here, man. There's nothing to see here, bro. What you need? What you guys need? I'm with you. Maduro said, come get me. They came and got him. Golly. Oh, that's funny. But you see that stuff all the time in the playground, you know. Guys talk big, especially like road rage, until and then the person get out. It's like, wow, why you gotta, why you gotta, wow, why you gotta be like that? What's wrong? Get back in the car, bro. Oh, road rage is something else. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right. I want to take my time here because I don't want to. I don't want to. I want. I don't want to be like a brute and force this, and then something breaks. Okay, so this is a clean. They still got the damn thing over here. They just moved it. Look. Look at that. Something did try to break. Holy cow. What is this? Okay. All right. So interesting. 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 It's funny that this is the same. The turbine assembly is the same as before. This is the reason why the brush, when it reclines, it turns faster because this is like opening a valve to allow air in. Okay, and when the air comes in, the fan spins, and when the fan spins, the gears spin, and then the brush spins. The brush is connected to this thing right here. Okay, and with there are one, two, there are two gears. Okay, and right where this little protruding thing here is a bearing, and attached to the bearing is the spinning teeth, and it turns the gears, and then the gears turn the brush. So when you recline it, you're allowing the air in. The air comes in, turns the fan turns the gears turn the brush. So that's why. So there's no micro switch. All right. These are the two tubings where the water comes down. Right. So the water automatically comes down for the hose connections. Okay, that's automatic. And then a separate line comes down for the floor. Okay, so let me see if I can demonstrate that real quick. Right. So the moment I put this on, there should be water flowing down to the floor. Not to the floor. Sorry, to the hose connectors automatically. All right, let's see. Come on. All right. So water should be coming straight to here. So that means if I unplug this, okay, there should be a stream of water coming out of here. So let me try that real quick. Let me open this and let's see if we can disconnect this. I'm gonna go around the table here. All right. This one, when you have your machines and you're having trouble with the spray, you kind of want to know what the hell's going on and why it's not spraying. And understanding this is a lot better than a lot. You know what? Golly, I'm trying to get onto here, and I don't want to break it because these things are on there real tight, and then they'll end up snapping on you. So you got to be real careful. Let me do this. Let me take this out of here. I'm going to disconnect it. If somebody can go to Parts Warehouse or one of these online, let's find out if this quick connect is even available for this model. Because if this thing starts to go and you can't even buy this because this was notorious for leaking in all the older models, then you got to be very careful. Because I have a bypass that I made. I made a bypass video, and it looks like it would work for this too. Okay, if for some reason this thing starts leaking, and you're wondering why is my thing leaking on the side, and if we can't get a hold of this, then you're going to be out of luck. Okay, let me see. I'm just trying to get this out of here real quick. Give me a second, folks. Trying to see. Oh, hey, all right. My little vent came off. Okay. What else? Okay. Wow, this is wedged in there real good, man. Damn. All right, so I just put it just so I can pull it. I just need to pull this just a little. Oh, there it is. There's another piece right here. I just want to pull this off a little. I just want to have a little leverage to pull it. Here we go. So I can pull this tubing out. Woo, good. All right. Now the tubing is out. So if I don't know if you guys can see, there's a V shape right here, right below this tubing here. There's a V shape right here, right? Now that's where the suction is shearing the suction from the motor. The motor is pulling at the fan in here, and it makes the fan spin, and then it zings the water up through the hose. That's what this is for. Okay. But the water will sit here and not move until you connect your hose here, okay, to the front. All right. So the water's not going to go anywhere until the water's connected. But if this is cracked any along this line, then what's going to happen is that it will just leak out, and you'll have a big puddle on the side of your machine. But all right, so now let's prove our theory here, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to hook up the thing, and if I'm right, the water will stop pouring out of this thing, okay? And because you don't need to press the trigger for that one, okay? So let's try it. Ready? Okay, let's go. You see that? The water's just coming straight out. Okay? And it'll just leak out until I remove it. All right? Take it off. Okay. All right now. That's spill. All right. So the water just poured out. You don't have to squeeze the trigger for that water to come out because it's just waiting. It's waiting. It's going to wait inside this connect until you hook up your hose. That's the idea of that. That's how that works. All right, guys? Hey, Brianne. I'm the type I need to know how and why things work, not just what's going to do. Yeah, that's right. There goes the filter. Yeah, Triggy. Yeah, the filter's on the floor. Don't worry. Now, that filter, you have to keep that. And thanks for even mentioning that filter, Twiggy Thrower. I got to come up with a cooler name, man, because you guys be having these cool-ass handles. I was like, where do you guys come up with these things, man? Hold on. Make sure all my stuff is out. All right. So, gosh. Hold on. Had to get the stuff out the way. Okay, so that's how it works. So they didn't really change a whole lot, honestly. They didn't change a whole lot. Okay? A very simple system. You know, your power switch runs back here. This is your trigger for your, to open your valve, okay? And the valve is right in this section right here, and it's like it's a door that opens and closes when you push this forward and backwards and forwards and back. It opens and closes the door. It's allowing air in, and it turns the fan. This relies on the suction now from the motor for this fan to turn to zing the water up to the section so your hose can do it. Same premise. Everything is the same. Okay, it's just they made a little, they made a little changes. That's all. All right, all right, man. I'm good. I like what they did. All right, look. So yeah, so you got innovators, right? You have innovators. I want you to think about this because I want to write a book about this. Okay. You have innovators. I have the layout already for it. You have fixers, okay? You have complainers and victims, right? I'm talking mindsets. So innovators going to come up with new things. They'll pressure happens, problems happens. They'll come up with a new way to fix it, to get out of it. They're always thinking like that. You have people who know how to fix. They're going to fix what's there, okay? Problem, I'm going to fix what's there. Innovators will come up with a new way to do that thing that's broken, right? Fixers will fix the thing that's broken. Complainers are complaining, and they want to find out who to blame for the thing that's broken. And you ask, well, you gonna fix it? Why me? I'm not the problem. It's them. and all of us, we react different to these things, and that's why a lot of times we can't see the same way. We don't see the same thing. Fixers see solutions. That's it. We're focusing on solutions. Boom, boom, boom. We might find out that this guy's the problem. Like, why'd you do that for, man? But screw it. And because I can't wait on that. I'm gonna get it done, right? So just know that you may fall within that. Like one is a dominant, in other words. Okay, it doesn't mean that you don't complain, but there's a dominant, right? Fixers. That's just the way they work. Okay, and you show me that this is broken. You show me how it broke. You show me how that. Bam. Okay, well then this is the problem. That's it. Well then let's fix it. The other guys are just stuck on complaining, and it doesn't even matter. It's always going to be a complaint. Let's find the next complaint. Let's find the next person to blame. It doesn't even matter. You could fix everything in their life. They're going to find something to complain about. I'm telling you. I'm serious. That's the world we live in, man. And I don't think that's ever going to change. I'll be honest with you. I think that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So the better you know about this, the less stress you have in your life. You're like, okay, this guy's just complaining. He ain't gonna do nothing about it. And especially, what messes you up is when you're expecting someone who is like stuck on victimhood, right? Because that verifies who they are, right? I'm a victim, right? So they look for proof of their victimhood, right? They need proof of that, right? They don't want to fix it. And they're not going to take any responsibility and say, listen, you know what? Screw this. It's on me. I got to do it. No problem. Right? Okay. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I'm going to tell you what happened to me this weekend. Okay? I'm going to tell you what happened to me. You tell me whose fault it is. All right? Now, bear with me. Listen to the story and then tell me whose fault you think it is. You ready? So we got a few airports near us. Right? We got Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and then we got a little mini airport in Monroe for private planes and little mini planes and stuff like that. And then you have another line in Concord, half hour away, right? And my brother-in-law lives in Long Island, and he takes that airline all the time. And I'm like, man, he's making multiple trips. I'm like, man, dude, flights are normally $400 or $500. What's happening? You're traveling like almost every month, dude. I mean, you got it like that. He said, dude, man, I go to that airport up the road. I was like, really? So I said, let me use that airport. He said, man, you can get there like 45 minutes. You don't have to be there 2 hours before and all that stuff. You can get there 45 minutes and you can get on, man. There's only like 1 or 2 planes that fly out of there. And only one flight out at a time. The lines are short, in and out. So I got there, and the app didn't download the QR code for my flight. So I figured when I get there to the ticket agent, I can just, they'll pull up my information. They see I have the app, and it shows that I have a flight reserved. It's just that I can't find the QR code. Got there, it's like, dude, man, you don't have enough time, man. You need to just go through security, and then go through security, and then you can just at the right before the plane, those ladies right there, right before the plane, they'll just do everything for you real quick. Don't worry about it. I said, fine, go. Boom, I'm with my mom, right? Now she gets scanned in, and I'm looking for my stuff, man. I'm like, dude, man, I can't find the QR code. I said, look, it's in the app. Here's my passport, my license, or whatever. Man, you're gonna have to go back to the front desk. So I ran back to the front desk. Okay, my mom's with me, and I'm like, Mom, come, don't worry about it. Run back to the front desk. The front desk guy's not there. I'm like, oh, what the hell, man? So I went back. There are people on the line. I was like, dude, can I just come in? And the front desk guy's not there. He said, all right, show me your passport again. Show me your license again. Scan her stuff again. All right. Okay, great. No problem. Just go. So he let me through. I'm like, all right, great. I'm running. Get to the thing, put the luggage in the stuff, scan, do the whole scan thing. Get out. My bag comes through, and I was bringing a cake that my sister-in-law wanted. Anyway, so the lady said, "There's something wrong with your bag." I'm like, okay, um, well, whatever, and I'm looking at the time, and she's going through it real slow, man. She's pulling out my underwear. I had some cash in there, and I'm like, man, lady, what the hell? All right. Then she swabbed the bottom of the damn package and put it in a thing, and I'm like, what the frick, man? This is cake. She said, I don't know. There's something in the cake. I said, look. I'll be honest with you. I don't want the cake. Forget it. Just keep the cake. I got to get on the plane. So then she's not listening. Right? So then she waits, and then the thing beeps, and then it's just like, well, I'm sorry, you can't take this. I said, I already said I didn't want the cake. I said, don't worry about it, man. I just got to get on the plane. So then she looked over at the lady that at the counter the for the door for the plane, and then they closed the door, right? And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I ran and I left, and then I said, oh shit, I forgot the bag. I forgot my bag. So I went back to get the bag. By the time I went back, the lady's like, I'm sorry, the plane's about to take off. I was like, are you serious, man? I was like, all right, okay. So for like 5 seconds, I was pissed at that lady, okay, because I told her I didn't want the cake. And she kept going through the shit, and she's putting my stuff back real slow. And I was just like, yo, hurry up. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that got there at the nick of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that got there at the nick of time. I'm the one that was bringing a cake on the plane. It's just a damn cake. So so I can spend all day blaming this lady because trust me, for 5 seconds I was pissed. You're right. I was like, you know what? You know what? I can't. Yeah. You're either going to take responsibility, and it's hard to take responsibility, man, because you got to blame. It's hard, man. Who want to blame themselves for a problem? Are you kidding me? Who want to say it's on me? It was me. Nobody, right? It was a security guy because he could have. Think about it. He could have just said, "All right," because that's what he did at the second time around. He just looked at my license, but the passport. He saw the app. He said, "All right, just go on it, right?" And you'll sort it out there, right? Right? It could have been a ticket counter person because when I went back, the ticket counter person was gone. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are you? Where are you? Why are you not here? Right? So that person was gone. I could have blamed them. See what I'm saying? I could have blamed the security lady, and maybe they were talking or something. Maybe they thought I was like a threat for the plane because I'm like in a rush. I'm like, I don't give a shit about the cake. There's a lot of people to blame. I could have blamed Sam for taking so long to get ready and all that stuff to drive up here and all that. I could have blamed the car. I could have blamed everybody else. And at the end of the day, I was like, man, look, this is on me, man. This is on me. So what I do next? Fix the problem. I said, give me the car. Let me go drive back down, and let's jump in the vehicle and let's drive to New York. And that's what I did. 10 hours on the road. Drove my mom home. She got home safe. And I drove back yesterday. And that's that. See that, Brienne? Yeah. Yeah, it was me. Honestly, it was me because I bought the idea of you can get there 45 minutes, and it's no big deal. You know what I mean? And I bought the idea. Next time, I'm going to stick to the script, and get there like 2 hours early, an hour, hour and a half early or whatever, and not try to skin of my teeth thing. Okay. So, happened. And then we had a great time, lots of time to talk. We would talk, we were looking at farmland up Virginia, passing Dave's spot. and, and I thought it was so cool that these farms, man, like families can pass their farms down to their kids if they're interested in running the farm. And I was talking about businesses, and the boys were running the shop for me while I was away. And that's a good thing I had them run the shop, because a lot of customers came in on the weekend, and I would have missed out on all that business. And they held it down. And I said, man, that's so cool, man, because, at my job, let's say, I can't just have my kids, you know, fill in for me at my job. If you're a cop, you can't just have your son, fill in for you while you're on vacation. So I thought it was a positive deal that happened, and the time that we spent together in the car and the way and the conversation and all that stuff, it paid off. So the difference between a 2-hour flight and a 10-hour drive. You know, so I looked at the positive, man. And like you said, someone could have. Who knows what could have happened on that plane, right? I don't know. So, so that was that. That was my weekend. Very positive weekend, man. I wouldn't have, honestly, if I had known, I would have just saved me the trip to the airport and saved me the hassle of trying to get my money back, because they're like, if you cancel your flight 15 minutes before, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And they have me on hold forever and ever. And I was like, man, look, I'll try to get my money back again. If not, because I think they'll give you like 75% or some nonsense like that. If not, I mean, what the hell? I took the hit. I learned a lesson, and I spent some valuable time with my mom. I'm not going to be able to. I would have just said, let's just drive up. If I had known that the time would have been better, it was well spent like that, I would have just driven up without going through the rigmarole. But I learned the lesson. It was a good lesson to learn. It was an expensive lesson to learn, but it was a good lesson to learn. I tell my kids, dude, you guys want to learn the lesson when it has less dollars. You better learn your lessons when the dollars are less, okay? Because learning lessons as an adult can be very expensive, okay? But that was my bad. But I'm glad to be back, Bree. I swear, man, home, there's nothing like home. Home has its own, there's nothing like being at your house, man. I don't care if you live in an apartment, you live in a trailer, you live in a shack, you live in a mansion, you live in, a cul-de-sac house or whatever, a project, it doesn't matter. Home has its own magic and your own bed and all that stuff. I know, right? Yeah, it was just so positive, man. Hope you had even better time with your mom in the car, right? Straight up, yeah. I like driving more than flying. Yeah, man, you know what? And I had a cool ride on the way down. I shot a video on the way down, and it was just, I actually like driving. I actually like driving, and flying just always give me the willies. And I have to just grip myself to fly. All right, Wayne, come on. Even though they say flying is safer than driving, but there's something about you're in your car, you play your music, you play your podcast, you play whatever, you have silence. It's something about driving that has its own magic. So, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Give me a second, guys. One of our vacuums. This is Wayne. I'm gonna help you. A floor mop. Okay. Yeah. Just come in during our business hours, and I'll take care of you. It's okay. Perfect. I'll see you then. What's your name? Okay, Suzanne. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. All right, guys. Let's close this baby up. All right, and so we got some news to give this person, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. What time is it? I got a few more minutes. I got a few more minutes. Got a few more minutes. Oh, a tattoo. You have a tattoo on your ankle. That means home in Chinese. Yeah, man. Something magical about home. Something magical about home, man. You know. Um, and I swear, you take it for granted. You take it for granted. You do. You do. Just like people in America, we take America for granted. As tough as you think America is for you, the people like just this weekend they were talking about the people in Venezuela, right? And these people like, I swear, half the population want the guy to go back to Venezuela. You know, put him back. You know, the people in Venezuela are like, yeah, get his ass out of here. And then when you hear them, they're like, man, our life was just miserable for the last 26 years. All agency is gone. We're living off of rations and all this other stuff. And there are people in America committing like ridiculous fraud, right? Making buku dollars. And I'm saying, where are you guys getting all this money, bro? Damn, not that I'm envious or anything. Like, damn, you should have hooked me up, right? No, none of that. But we're complaining like hell here, and it's I get it, but these guys have it so, and it's like in our face, like it's like, dude, let's think twice before we start complaining so hard about how bad America is and all this other stuff. Once you switch places with one of those guys, trust me, they will switch places with you happily. They'll take whatever. They'll give you your problem. They'll say, "Give me your problems, and you can take mine," and they'll jet. Okay, and it's not that everyone's life here is perfect. I'm just saying is that this is your home. Appreciate it, because there's no place like home. And let's just see if you can make the best of it. Let's try to make the best of it. Let's find an opportunity, because some of these guys, man, that in some of these countries, they are under like some ridiculous type of living. Some places electricity go out for a week, water stops running for a week, not because you didn't pay the rent, the bill, not because you didn't pay your light bill, because that's just the way it is, and you just have to figure it out. You know, it's crazy, man. Oh my gosh. Hey man, you're part of the backpack. Twiggy, buddy, I'm about to get out of here myself. And Brienne, girl, you don't understand the value that you bring to this channel. Thank you so much. I'm gonna contact you later today, Brienne, because I have something on my mind. I think it'll be cool, and we're gonna kick butt in 2026. That's what I think. Hold on, I think I put this in too soon. Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's what I did. I might have to open this up. I think I was supposed to do something. Look at this. You see this? One of these are not moving. See this one? This can do this. See that? And this is not doing it. So I'm gonna have to open it. and find out why it's not doing that. I closed it too soon or something. Release. Release it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to pry it open myself. I don't want to break anything. Hold on. I just gotta move it so this can come out. Come on. Oh, the other side. Sorry, the other side. It's a lever. Just gotta move it so I can pull this out. Come on out. Here it is. Okay, you're out. Come on, the other side now. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, so let me open this back up again and see why it's acting funky. I must have put something together too fast or something, and I didn't. Something was supposed to have been locked in or whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and then I'm gonna close it up. Hold on. No, side note, so proud that you haven't looked for a single tool today. You're so. Oh man, that's part of my signature move, Brienne. You know, that's like like the wrestlers. They have their figure four leg lock or whatever. You know, the people's elbow is it? What do you call it? Back in the day? That was my signature move, man. I can't lose that. Come on, man. I can't get I can't improve so much that I lose my signature move. I gotta forget a tool, here or there, right? I mean, come on. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's funny. Holy cow, what's up? What's going on with this thing? It's not oh. you know uh okay, so what was the deal? What was the deal? What's the deal? All right, let's do this again. Let's do this again one more time. All right. Okay. Okay. Good. Then that is something for people to remember when you close these things back. I guess you just check to make sure these are still working when you close it back, because I guess you can jam it on the way in. Okay, you can jam it on the way in. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right, guys, if you have one of these machines, keep your receipts because Hoover has a warranty. Let me see if I can find out what the warranty is on this unit, how long it is. But you have to keep your receipts because if you don't have your receipts on these, you're not gonna get service. Okay, just know that it's not it's not like someone's trying to hurt you or anything like that. It's just what it is. Okay, unfortunately, I'm looking it up right now. Just give me 1 second. What was that model number again? FH 668 030. All right. Okay. Enter. All right. Let's see. Oh, are you guys kidding me? They don't. Is this that new that they don't have any? It's not. I'm in my portal for my parts and all that stuff, and this machine didn't pop up. All right. Let me go to Hoover.com then. Holy cow! This unit is no longer available, guys. Okay. Maybe they moved to the next one. Maybe. Hold on. I think that's. I think I got a part here. Give me a second. I gotta let the guy in. Hey. Something for me, right? What's happening? I'm just going good. I'm here looking at my tracking. I was like, man, it's coming. Yeah. You got something for me? I do. You do? Got some stuff in the box. Okay. That package, right? Yeah. That's on there. Appreciate it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yes, sir. All righty. You know what? I swear, guys, if this is what I think it is, I'm going to be so pissed off. Okay? If this is what this is a part I need. If this is what I think it is, I am going to be pissed off beyond measure. Okay? Beyond measure. If I cancel something and these people are so determined to get money that they're gonna try to trick you into acting as if you didn't cancel it. It's like, you guys, man, you guys want to see the dragon, okay? You guys want to see the dragon. This better not be what it is. Holy cow! I think I was telling Brianna about it a couple months back. My little T-Mobile extravaganza. Do you know what that experience is probably going to do to the next sales rep that try to come through here? It's probably going to have me cancel out. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to listen to the pitch. And I'm from sales, and I always grant them the opportunity to sell their stuff because I know how hard it is to knock doors out there. So I don't like brush them off, because. But at the same time, it's not my job to protect you because in sales, you're going to have to know how to take notes. So I was coming from a sympathetic point of view, which is really not helpful to the salesperson if you really think about it. But I always gave them a shot. So I did business with this person just because, And they said, try it out. If you don't like it, you can return it. And I was like, yeah, fine. All right, I'll try it out. Then I tried it. I was like, So I returned it way within the time, way within the, what do you call that time? The grace period, You have 15 days to try it out. 6 days in, I'm like, screw it. I'm sending it back. They sent me back the return label. I sent it back. And these people are still trying to bill me. Call them back. Say, dude, why are you guys billing me? I sent you the stuff back, right? Yeah, I got proof of delivery and all that stuff. I just said, oh, okay, sorry, sir. Then then instead of canceling it, they suspended it. So they sent me another bill. I was like, listen, guys, I tried to cancel it. You got the equipment, I don't. right? You could probably tell there's no traction on the equipment, right? It's not being used, right? You could tell, right? Why you guys still send me a bill? And they said, "Oh, what happened is, sir, that they suspended it. They didn't cancel it." I said, "Don't you have my stuff recorded? Don't you have like the conversations recorded, right? Can't you see that I asked you to cancel it? Don't you see you guys sent me the return label? Why is it you can't see this stuff? What's going on?" "Well, sir, you're gonna have to go to the local store to uh, to deal with it." I said, "Well, I didn't have to go to the local store to buy it. You guys came here. Why I gotta go to the local store?" "Okay, fine." Drive a half hour away. Went to a local store. The girl that ultimately helped me was a girl I didn't even want to deal with because she had this crazy attitude. And I'm like, shit, man, look, I don't want to deal with that girl. But then it turns out that she was the one I needed because she was the one that gave him hell on the phone. She was like, "Listen, I can see everything here. And he called at this day, and you sent the return label on this day. And instead of canceling, you guys suspended on this day." This girl she went at it. And I was like, damn, I could have I prejudged her, I'll be honest with you. But I really could have been an idiot and not even deal with her. And she got it done. Guy called me back. "Sir, everything's taken care of." I was there for an hour. Okay, pissed me off. I was there for an hour. But he called me back. "Sir, everything's taken care of." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So now I got a letter. so I'm like, you guys, this better not be what I think it is. Because you know what I mean? Hold on, Brianne. Yeah, you stuck around for an hour looking for a drip. Bree. Okay, here's the thing. They sent me a return envelope. Okay, if you're gonna send me a return envelope, that means you want me to send something back. Let's see what you want me to send back. Brianne, you wouldn't believe. These people are gonna have to really. Are they seriously gonna make me have call them again? You know what? I swear I said if these people give me any more trouble, they're gonna lose my personal business too. And guess what? I think that's it right there. I think that did it. I think that did it. Yep. I think that did it. I said, I said, if these people give me any more trouble beyond this, you already took me beyond my patience. I have 4 lines with them on the personal side. This was just me trying out a business thing. And I told them, I said, listen, if you guys give me any more trouble, you're going to lose my personal business. All right. That's how AT&T had lost my business. Was doing dumb stuff. Okay. Like I was generous. I swear, I'm being very generous, very patient, very generous. All right, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. And they want to see the dragon. They want to see the dragon, Brienne. this is done, guys. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. We were able to find out some cool stuff. And like I said, Brianne, I'm gonna send you a little contact later. And that's it, guys. Stay positive, okay? Stay positive. That's all I can tell you. All right, all right. Be an innovator. Be a fixer. And I'll deal with this. I've complained long enough, but I will deal with it. I'll see you guys later. Stay positive. Hold on. I got to make sure that I exit these guys on this side properly. Let me give you the proper exit. Let me give you the proper exit.
Yes!